Hello creative people, today we are going to create a video background with HTML and CSS. It's kind of easy, but you need to know some tips and tricks to make it responsive and make it work well. Alright, so let's imagine we do have one restaurant call us to create some good website for some high-end kitchen. Well, it's our job and we are going to do it right now. Alright, so here we are in VS Code. I will put the source code in description as usual. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. So right there I have just some resources, which is the MP4 video, alright, with the cooking and everything. So I just find a cooking video on YouTube, and with Premiere Pro I kind of just prepare it to look nice, alright? So after that, we just have an index HTML with some font family and a style CSS, alright? So take the source code in description if you want to follow with me, and if not, just look at what we are going to do. So right there, we need to create some div with a class of home. It will be our home video, you see, and after that we will use the video element, video, like that. It will ask for a source, but you're not forced to write it right there. Usually in the video elements we are writing some attributes. So we are writing autoplay to play automatically, muted, so if the video has some sound, and loop, it will repeat infinity, okay, infinitely. So after that, we need to specify a source. So we can specify it with the source element right there. And src, resources, cooking MP4. And we can put type equal video MP4. All right. So it will work. But right now we do have some scroll bar right there. And also the video is great, but it has too much luminosity. If you add some text in front of it, you won't see it very well. So I will show you how to add an overlay with HTML CSS. So we can put it right there. And first we do have one video, then we will have one overlay, as I said. And then we do want some text, because it will be much more beautiful with some text in front of it to explain the website. So high-end cooking or kitchen. Kitchen. And after that, div with the class of middle line and a button with discover inside it. Discover. All right, so this is it for the HTML, video, overlay, home content. All right, so we can now go to the style CSS right there. And to begin, we will create a nice container, the home container right there, with a height of 100 VH and a position relative, okay? Because the element will be, some element will be absolute, some child, so we need a relative parent. So the video element will have an object fit cover to cover the screen, with the different value that we are going to give to the video. So pose absolute, and width 100% of home, which is a position relative, and height 100%. Position absolute and the index 1. All right, great. This is looking beautiful. We do not have scroll bar anymore. It's taking the full width and height, and it's pretty nice, right? It's good looking. It's great. So now we do want to handle the overlay. Position absolute. And now we are going to use the kind of tricky, strange method of the top 0, left 0, bottom 0, and right 0. It's really easy to understand, but it can be tricky to really deeply understand it in terms of specification and CSS. What it's doing right there, it will just, I will just finish it and I will show you. The index 2 and background RGBA 0.6 opacity. All right, and now we do have one overlay. You see that it's more, there are more shadow, it's more dark actually, because there is an overlay with an opacity of 0.6. All right, so what's going on right there? You need to imagine one pin, one pin at top left top, left, right, and bottom. You will pin your element to top, left, right, and bottom. So it will extend it, and the width and the height of the element will take 100% width and 100% height. All right? So it's exactly the same as doing this. Width 100% and height 100% like that. You see that? It's the same. It's the same actually. All right? So it can be tricky to understand if you look at the, the W3C consortium, the web documentation. It can be hard to understand, but in the end, it's doing exactly the same. So I just wanted you to show you that little tricks. All right, it's like pinning your elements to the border of the screen. All right, we can continue. So we need some content, so home content. Width 600 pixel. You can put some max width also if you want. Margin 0 auto to center it. Position relative. Top 150 pixel from the top. Color FFF. And a z-index of 3. Because we do want to be above our overlay and video. Alright, z-index 1, z-index 2, z-index 3. Z-index, sorry. Z-index or z-index. It depends on the continent, whatever. So right there, home content H1 will have a font family of Playfair display, which is a beautiful, free-to-use serif font. Then text align center, text transform uppercase, font size of 85 pixel, and a line height of 1.1. Line height of 1.1. Alright, high-hand kitchen, great, it's working great. Now we just need a middle line and a button. So if you were there just to see how to add a video, you can leave the video if you want, but now we will just add the button and the little line, the middle line. So middle line, a height of 200 pixel, a width of 2 pixel, a background of FFF, and a margin of 40 pixel auto. And now we do have one line right there, great. And then we can finish with the button, home content button, display block, font size 20 pixel, border 1 pixel solid F1, F1, F1. We render the border with border radius 5 pixel, a background transparent, a color F1, 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 FFF, just FFF. Then we place it with the margin 50 pixel auto 0 bottom, some padding to make it a little bit bigger, 16 pixel, 30 pixel, and cursor pointer. Great, it's finished, and it's great. It's great, high-hand kitchen, and we can imagine that we are clicking on it, and it will just go below with some menu or some stuff like that. All right. So that was a kind of quick video, or maybe not so quick, to show you how to use a video background and also how to add a little overlay if the video has too much luminosity, for example. You see that now we can really see the high-hand kitchen really well because we do have that overlay. And it will not make our video ugly or whatever. You can still see the video, and it even had some charm to it. You see that it's more with more opacity like that. All right, enough talking. See you next time. Bye.